Keep stacking up those cultural wins, baby. If you hadn't heard, Donald Trump is allowed back on Twitch. Also, did you guys know that Donald Trump was ever on Twitch? But yes, he is back on Twitch, and Kotaku is having an absolute meltdown. Welcome back to Words of Paradise. I'm your host, Leon Idol, and yes, from Kotaku, Donald Trump's Twitch account unbanned after 3+ years. The former president's temporary ban in 2020 became indefinite following the January 6th riot. You know what? At least they didn't call it an insurrection in this little header here. And this is from Zach Zwain. So as we know, Zach Zwain, writing often confused with Alyssa Mercante because the dude is so low T, has such little testosterone that when reading, you just assume that it is in fact a woman writing the article. Today, Twitch unbanned Donald Trump's official channel. The Amazon-owned video game streaming service reversed the ban due to Trump's status as the official Republican nominee of 2024's presidential election following the party's convention earlier this week. Video game streaming service? Really? What are all those titty streamers and hot tub streamers and eat thoughts doing? You know, or on the reverse side of that, the pastors that use Twitch as a service for. I get it. Twitch is very much most associated with video games. And maybe if that's the image that they maintain, then you could use the video game streaming service tagline, and it would absolutely apply here. But let's be real. At this point, most people think of Twitch, at least most people who are actively on the internet and understand what the internet is, think of Twitch as a softcore porn site, as a cam girl site where they don't get fully naked because, hey, there's still a market there for whatever reason. I just feel the need to call that out. On June 29th, 2020, the then current president of the United States Twitch account was temporarily banned over hateful content. However, on January 7th, 2021, after the violent riot perpetrated in D.C., yes, the violent riot, the riot that we now know, that we have factual evidence where thousands upon thousands hours of videotape footage showing that the vast majority of it was actually non-violent, was incredibly peaceful. Only one person died, and it was one of the protesters, one of those dirty insurrectionists. But it's continue spreading your narrative, spreading your rhetoric, and outright lying. It's amazing because they're going to, of course, accuse Donald Trump of being a liar throughout this article because they're coping and seething that he has yet another platform when there is multiple verifiable lies in this one article. Twitch made the ban indefinite, claiming it is to prevent Trump from using the streaming service to incite further violence. That would imply that he incited violence to begin with, which, to my knowledge, there's no evidence of. There's not been a court hearing about it, nothing. He's not been on trial for inciting violence. You know, that's one of those things that would need to be proven before you could say, incite further violence. That would imply that he's incited it already. But again, that's just another one of Kotaku's zany, wacky little lies. However, after 3 years, 5 months, and 4 weeks, 3 years, 5 months, and 4 weeks. Wouldn't that just be 3 years and 6 months? Like 4 weeks is a month. You could just say 3 years and 6 months. Like, that's not a lie. That's just a really dumb choice of words. But again, this is a Kotaku journalist we're talking about. Trump's official Twitter account is unbanned. Wait, Twitter? Are you guys retarded? Like, Twitch. We're talking about Twitch. You couldn't even get it right in your own article. I didn't even catch that the first time I read through here. Jesus. On July 19th, as first reported by esports journalist Rod Slasher Breslau, Twitch decided to reinstate Trump's official account. Breslau shared this statement from Twitch on Twitter, explaining the reversal of the ban. We reinstated former President Trump's channel. We believe there is value in hearing from the presidential nominees directly when possible. Trump is now the official Republican nominee for U.S. president. You know, as much as I hate Twitch, as much as I rag on Twitch, that's pretty fair. That's 100% accurate. I mean, in a day and age when technology has us all so connected, and you should be able to use whatever means to your advantage to try and get yourself that dub. What can I say? Twitch actually seemed to be respecting the rule of law for once and not playing a rules for thee but not for me game. It's not going to change the cultural degradation that comes with those e-thoughts streaming on there, but I respect it. When he was banned in June 2020, Twitch cited 2 instances of hateful rhetoric shared on his official streaming channel. One incident included the infamous moment during the 2016 rally, which was rebroadcast on the channel, where Trump called Mexican immigrants rapists. Are we really still trying to perpetuate this lie 8 years later when it has been verifiably proven that that is not what he said? Or technically it is, But he didn't just call Mexican immigrants rapists. He said that illegal criminal aliens, which are criminals, are rapists. He didn't just blanket say Mexican immigrants. But again, if you're watching me, you all know this already. I'm only saying it out loud, not for your benefit, but just to show on record the blatant lies. Again, even 8 years later, that Kotaku is still trying to perpetuate. Listening to Trump's recent speeches, not much has changed, with the former president still spouting off hateful comments, easily refutable lies. Homie, I'm pretty sure I've just called you on at least three thus far in this one article. And you want to talk about his easily refutable lies. Bro, the hypocrisy is palpable. But one of the weirdest part, one of the best part, I bet you don't even know what you're saying are lies. I bet you are so caught up in the left-wing journalist propaganda narrative machine that you actually believe everything you're saying. You've done not 1 ounce of fact-checking outside of your propaganda circle, outside of people telling you what they want you to hear, what they want you to repeat. I bet you haven't even gone to Snopes, who even Snopes of all people, despite being obscenely left-leaning, even Snopes is like, yeah, no, Trump didn't say that. That's false. Like, you couldn't even go to Snopes of all people. You are insane, Zachy boy. Like you might be just as bad as Alyssa Mercante. I'm gonna give you a little bit more benefit of the doubt because despite your low T, you at least have a penis. I assume. I don't know. Maybe you're one of them trannies. I don't fucking know. Other nonsense nearly every time he speaks, but I guess that doesn't matter anymore to Twitch. Nor should it, because the people, the individual voters, right, left, center, doesn't matter, communist, alt-right, Nazis, whatever, all deserve to hear what both presidential nominees have to say, regardless of what you feel about their rhetoric, regardless of whether or not you're a Democrat or Republican, it does not matter. Both parties should get the chance to speak their piece and let the people decide. But you just can't have that because you built Donald Trump up in your head to be this massive boogeyman, this new up-and-coming Hitler, despite the fact that, frankly, Donald Trump's never killed anybody. Hitler's killed, about 12 million people, but that's neither here nor there. I mean, I know little details like that can cause your fuzzy little liberal brain to explode, but Kotaku has reached out to Twitch about Trump's return to the platform, and Twitch also told Breslau that Trump will have to play by the rules if he wants to avoid another suspension, which is completely fair. If Trump breaks the rules and actually breaks the rules, none of this, Twitter 2019 stuff, 2021 stuff, where you can just try and get him on whatever shady backroom deals you can to knock him off there. If he breaks the actual rules, yes, suspend him. Twitch doesn't have a public figure policy, meaning all channels are equally subject to our guidelines, regardless of whether the channel belongs to a public figure, said Twitch. Now, you say that, but last I checked, e-thoughts can literally get railed on Twitch, can get their cheeks fucking clapped on Twitch, and get banned for a week, and then come back. Oh, but no, Donald Trump giving a speech, he was gone for 3 years. You got titty streamers out there giving nip slips and trying to get young boys to send them money, which is some straight pedophilic behavior, and they get a slap on the wrist. So, yeah, I like what you're saying here, but in practice, that's not actually how it works. But that being said, he's still back, so there is that. Donald Trump, who recently survived an attempted assassination last week in Pennsylvania. Okay. All right, at least you're calling it an attempted assassination. See, every now and again, you got a nugget in there of truth. Has yet to update his Twitch channel. It currently still shows his old vice president, Mike Needle Dick Pence, the homoerotic piece of shit, on the homepage. I won't lie, that wasn't Kotaku. That was my editorialism, because fuck Mike Pence. Yeah, all in all, it's amazing. Like, again, just casually reading this without even, like, super scanning it for inaccuracies, I just easily caught 3 lies just out the gate. It's kind of amazing. Sorry about that. This is where Kotaku is at. Like, the only reason, they've been wanting to talk about Trump for probably weeks now, but because they're technically a video game-based site, they just couldn't find a way to do it. They're like, oh my god, we haven't talked about Trump in so long. We're ready to break out of our shells and talk about the evil Donald Trump, but we can't. How do we tie this to video games? And then they were given their magic godsend of Twitch unbanning the man, and they're like, bingo, there's our ticket. Twitch is tangentially related to video games, which is tangentially related to Trump throughout this whole web of lies, and we can write our whole article to lambast the man on that. As if anyone has ever had their political opinion swayed or their mind changed by Kotaku. Okay, actually, to be fair, people probably have had their minds changed and their political perspectives changed because of Kotaku, but in the opposite direction. When you see such blatant and obvious propaganda, such blatant to only one side of the aisle every single time, that is enough to make people go, ooh, yeah, I don't know, like, there's just something off about this. So congratulations, Kotaku. In your efforts to just appease Big Daddy Corpo leftists, you are actually radicalizing individuals toward the right, or at least away from the left, and that is kind of amazing. But those are just my opinions. Let me know yours in the comments down below, or let me know on X, where you can find me at Bolt the Word. And please do subscribe. I am a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news every day. Not always political stuff about like Donald Trump or whatnot, but anime, movies, music, Magic the Gathering, you name it. Check me out on Instagram at wordsofparadise_Leon, and become a member for $4.99 a month. You can join the Discord, choose the articles I go over on a day-to-day basis, choose the videos I react to on my Friday night live streams, and of course, get involved with over 80 other vital idols. It is a bright, beautiful, glowing, vibrant community that I cannot wait to grow even further, because we do care about diversity, but only one kind of diversity of thought. So if that sounds interesting to you, hit the subscribe button, join the Discord, and until next time, it is all here in the Nerdosphere. This has been Words of Paradise.